Hello and welcome to another one of my videos, and in today's video it's going to be a bit of a vlog. I wanted to talk about goals. So last year I put out a video concerning my goals for 2021 and I revisited that video this morning and I was like, let's see if I achieve my goals. And it turns out, in terms of the goals I set, it's been a massive failure, but it hasn't in other ways. So it's as much as the goals I set I thought were realistic, they didn't really come to fruition because just life took another turn. The business got super busy. But I spoke about opening up an office and that never happened. But when I reflect upon the reasons of why that didn't happen, I just didn't need to. I didn't need to set an office up. So YouTube got a lot bigger. I think I've added 1,000 subs since then. And it's really helped me out where I've been trading 4+ years. People know what I'm about. They feel like they can trust me with their stock. I did 3 deals, 3 5-figure deals where the person who sold to me gave me credit. So I was receiving stock up front. And a lot of people, I got to a stage where people trust my name enough to send their coins in and they know they're going to get paid. They know they can send them in. I'm either going to pay them the same day, I'm going to arrange payment terms for them. And I just felt that being a one-man band, I do absolutely everything in this business. Opening an office, it didn't make sense. It was an added stress for me that I wasn't prepared to take on. And I didn't need to in terms of the money that I was making either. So that one kind of fell by the wayside, but not for the reason that it wasn't feasible, but more because it just wasn't needed in 2021. Now, I've been perfectly clear that I will be getting out of coin dealing, so opening up an office is not going to happen, or I don't think it will happen. It may be that life throws me a curveball and I end up staying as a coin dealer. I haven't completely vetoed the idea, but it's not on the agenda. Now, the second goal that I had was I wanted to set up a magazine. Again, I was just simply too busy. The reason I wanted to set the magazine up was because I love dealing with the research side of things, and I thought it could be an income source that was independent of the coins, or independent of trading the coins. And I was so busy that I didn't have the time. I remember writing several articles that I wanted to put into, say, the first issue, and the whole layout was designed and created, and I put a lot of time into it, but it fell by the wayside because of how busy the business has been over the past year. Now, I don't feel bad about that. Again, is the magazine something that I want to pursue? Potentially. It's not off the books. I love the idea of starting something new and getting it to a stage where it's commercially viable and something that people would benefit from. But I felt also that I could put more into my YouTube channel, which I have done. Like, I'm now above 500 videos. I aim to put out another 200 videos this year minimum, and that's why the magazine fell by the wayside. I also spoke about grading. So people were asking me if I was going to enter the fray and set up a grading company. And what happened was, there was a gentleman who I speak to a lot. He ended up setting up a grading company. So I just started using him. And I said to him, I was like, I am not great at paperwork. I hate paperwork. It takes a lot of time from me. And I dread it. I really dread it. I love dealing with coins. I love trading. I probably do it to my detriment at times. I put a lot of time into trading. It's a 24/7 business pretty much, because if you don't treat it like a 24/7 business, you are opening up risk due to spot price increasing and decreasing. That's somewhat changed. It's somewhat diminished because I now have the bank to weather those price dips, but it still stresses me. But the grading side of things It's just not going to happen. I don't need it to happen. I don't particularly want it to happen. I think it's a very lucrative model. It's something where if you can scale it, it's probably a very good income for someone who wants to do it. And I wish the gentleman I deal with a lot of success. I think he'd do very well for this year. And I'll be cheering him from the sideline. And another thing I said from that video, I said I would be absolutely over the moon if I could average £100 profit a day every day of the year. And the reality is I blew that out of the water. I won't tell you what I did. I had 2 months off with illness in 2021. So I had a couple of weeks or 10 days for COVID, and then I wasn't very well around September, around my birthday, and I took a lot of time out. Some days I just didn't really get out of bed. I didn't do anything, and I was okay with that. I just said to myself, you gotta look after yourself, and that's what I did. I focused on getting myself in a better frame of mind. It's tough. Like, some people don't realize that success isn't built overnight. It's the hours, it's the graft, it's the years and years of experience. It's honing your skill set. And I went from having a business that barely paid the bills. Let's go back to when I come back from Australia, when I went into the stamp business. I went from having 2 businesses that weren't really paying the bills, and I worked for someone else just to give me a bit of income that covered it. And then coronavirus happened, and I thought I was going out of business. I genuinely, it was fear. It wasn't, I was trading and I was making good money once I got the issues resolved, but I was trading on fear. I wasn't trading on, oh, let's make lots of money. It was like, I need to make this money because I don't know if I'm going to be in business, and if I'm not, it's going to completely ruin, it's going to ruin my life really if I go bankrupt, because I owed a lot of money. I still owe a lot of money, but it's not, it's completely different. So in terms of my goals for 2022, I've realised ever since September, where I was quite poorly, I just realised I want to put my health first. I don't want to be working to the same regard that I was working. I put too much of my energies into just trading, but I had to do it to learn the hard way. And I kind of realised if I make, well, I had an 18-month goal. I started that in April 2021. I have well and truly blown it out of the water in terms of what I need. Like, my rolling average, it's dropped a lot. It's dropped £1,000 a month that I need to make. That's how well I've done. So I'm going to focus on getting property. I'm going to have another 3 or 4 months of graft, and then I'll be slowly working less and less. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with realising that sometimes things have to change. It doesn't mean I'm going to completely bail out on YouTube and everything I've built. That's not what I'm about. Even when I do eventually stop trading as like a full-time entity, you know, I'm still going to be doing stuff on the side, because it's my hobby. You know, this is my passion, and this is what I love doing. I love talking to people. I love educating people about how this industry works, and hopefully people gain something from that. And I know they do, because I receive messages all the time. I really appreciate the content, Sean, and that's why I do it. You know, it's not for the $1 a day ad money I make. There's not a lot of money in YouTube, believe me. It's okay. You got to do it because you enjoy it. And that's what my life's going to be about in 2022. I do want to do a PhD. I'm currently applying for PhDs, so I want to do that in October. So I've got it planned. I'll sort the property out between April to hopefully July. Hopefully that will be sorted, and I'll focus on building up the passive income whilst I'm away doing my PhD. I'm hoping I can do the PhD and trade on the side, and it all balances itself out. I will take a sledgehammer to the debt I've accumulated as well, but I took a sledgehammer to it last year anyway. So, but yeah, that's pretty much my goals. I really appreciate that not only people supported me, but when I wasn't going through the good times and it was a grind and I wasn't well and mentally I wasn't there to give it everything, there was a lot of people that had my back. They messaged me, "Are you okay? Like, how can I help you? Blah blah blah." And I genuinely appreciate that. I've always said that this is a community, and whether you're a stacker, a collector, an investor, or a dealer like myself, it's a community first. You know, that's what it should be about. I hope this video serves as a reminder so I can look back in a year. I hope that everyone had a wonderful holiday season, and I hope that everyone who watches my videos achieves their goals as well, whether that's adding an ounce of gold over the year or, you know, setting up a business. We should always aim to move forward. So I hope you've enjoyed the content. I do have more coin videos to come up, and I'll see you on the next one.